Mary Barra has made huge mistakes and now GM is in trouble. It's pretty clear to see GM CEO Mary Barra couldn't organize a drinking game at a frat party. As the GM circus rolls on, is Barra the real ringmaster or simply a performing clown inside the big top, headed for the big bottom? It seems if there were a movie to be made about General Motors, we wouldn't have to spend too long choosing a title. Total Recall would likely be most fitting, and it would undoubtedly give the Fast and Furious sequel numbers a run for it money. The GM CEO started her career at General Motors at the age of 18 years in 1980. After being a part of the company for more than 3 decades, she became the chief executive officer of one of the biggest car manufacturers in the world in 2014. Her journey has not been a smooth one as she faced several challenges and had to handle multiple scandals. At the helm of the company, she has the power to make decisions that could make or break GM, but unfortunately, not all of her choices were wise. GM is facing a lot of difficulties to establish itself in the electric vehicle market, and their once loyal customer base are now running for the hills, straight into competitors' arms. Recently, Elon Musk stated that GM could go bankrupt soon. However, Mary Barra has announced that GM will overtake Tesla by 2025. This statement has led to a lot of criticism, and people are calling Mary Barra delusional. In this video, we will take a look at some of the choices Mary Barra has made and how it has affected the company. General Motors was founded in 1908 in Flint, Michigan, by William C. Durant. Initially, the company owned Buick Motor Company. However, over the years, GM expanded and acquired numerous other brands, including Oldsmobile, Cadillac, Chevrolet, and Pontiac. GM grew to become the largest automaker in the world by the 1930s. Throughout its history, GM has had its ups and downs. In the 1970s, the company faced intense competition from foreign automakers, particularly Japanese ones. This led to a decline in sales and profits, and GM struggled to keep up with changing consumer demands. In 2009, GM declared bankruptcy after years of declining sales and mounting debt. At the time of bankruptcy, it had $82 billion in assets and more than double in liabilities. The company restructured and emerged from bankruptcy in just 40 days. However, the bankruptcy left a lasting impact on the company's reputation and finances. In recent years, under the leadership of Mary Barra, GM has struggled to keep up with the shift toward electrification in the automotive industry. The company has invested heavily in electric and autonomous vehicles, but it still lags behind competitors like Tesla in terms of market share. GM and Mary Barra are frequently in the news and not for positive stories. Since 2014, many controversies and scandals have surrounded GM. The ignition switch scandal that rocked General Motors in 2014 is a cautionary tale of how a single design flaw in a car can have catastrophic consequences. The issue was first identified in 2001, but it wasn't until 2014 that GM acknowledged the problem and recalled millions of vehicles. The delay in addressing the issue cost lives and led to a massive public relations nightmare for the company. Before we go any further in the video, if you think that the video is interesting, make sure to give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss more amazing videos like this one. The faulty ignition switch could easily slip out of the on position, disabling the car's airbags and power steering, and increasing the risk of a crash. The problem was compounded by the fact that the switch was located in an awkward position, making it easy for drivers to accidentally bump it while driving. The defect was linked to at least 124 deaths and hundreds of injuries. The worst thing about the scandal was GM's handling of the issue. The company knew about the problem for years but failed to take action, even when faced with mounting evidence of the danger. GM CEO Mary Barra was put in the hot seat and had to answer Congress about the company's role in the failings. Barra apologized for the company's actions and promised to make changes to ensure such a tragedy would never happen again. She stated, "In the past we had more of a cost culture, and now we have a customer culture that focuses on safety and quality." It is true that GM has a long history of producing remarkable vehicles, but the company has also witnessed huge failures under the leadership of Mary Barra. The reliability of a car is more important than its success. Unfortunately, if a vehicle has recurring issues, it can tarnish the brand's reputation. For instance, in 2018, GM made headlines due to 110 crashes caused by a malfunctioning vacuum pump that interfered with the brake assist function, increasing the likelihood of accidents. This issue affected 3.4 million cars, which had to be recalled, and GM's reputation took a hit. if there's one thing we would like to work in a vehicle, it's the brakes. In addition to this, GM also recalled around 6,200 police pursuit cars in 2016 due to severe power steering problems. These updated Caprice models were not suitable for police use and had to be sold to the general public after being fixed. Chevrolet trucks and SUVs also faced power steering issues, resulting in a significant recall of over 1 million vehicles in 2015. During slow turns, these vehicles frequently lost electric power steering assist. In 2014, GM faced a global recall of 470,000 vehicles for various reasons, including non-functional windshield wipers and malfunctioning transfer case control module software. The latter caused many SUVs and trucks to roll away or stop going forward. The company has faced many such issues in recent years, which has put its reputation in trouble. Recently, GM also announced that it is shutting down the production of its pickup trucks at the Fort Wayne assembly plant in Indiana and the assembly plant in Silao, Mexico, which produces popular pickup trucks such as the Chevrolet Silverado and GMC Sierra. This was done because now GM has more trucks in the inventory than the buyers. So, instead of selling the trucks at a discount, GM decided to stop production temporarily to keep making more profits. As if this was not upsetting enough for the consumers, GM also failed to keep a check on the dealers. General Motors announced that it is aware of the fact that a small minority of bad actors are raising car prices. Car manufacturers provide a manufacturer's suggested retail price, or MSRP, rather than setting the actual prices of their cars. Although this MSRP is generally considered a reasonable price for a new vehicle, dealerships are not obligated to follow it and can set higher prices if they want, and that is exactly what they are doing. However, calling it a small minority is not really accurate because a recent report by Edmunds.com revealed that over 80% of car sales in January 2023 exceeded the MSRP. The report also found that the average transaction price was $728 above MSRP, and some buyers paid as much as $10,000 extra. Analysts estimate that the additional charges amounted to $3.6 billion. According to Jessica Caldwell, the executive director of insights at Edmunds.com, this trend is partly driven by wealthy buyers who are willing to pay more to secure the car they want. However, many other people are being forced to pay higher prices because they need a car for transportation and have no other options available to them. GM's CEO announced that there is high demand for the company's new electric vehicles, including the GMC Hummer pickup and SUV, the Cadillac Lyriq, and the electric Chevrolet Silverado pickup. But this demand is only a missed opportunity if the company cannot deliver quality vehicles on time. Many consumers have reported that they are not even being given a fixed delivery date for their new vehicles. And even if the demand is high, was there really a need to halt the production of its pickup trucks? Recently, Mary Barra has taken several decisions to improve General Motors' position in the EV market. The company also plans to launch many new EV models by 2025. However, it does not change the fact that GM was late to enter the EV market and now it is way behind Tesla. Despite all this, Barra still believes that GM is leading the world in electrification. Because of her statements, people have called GM CEO delusional and clinically insane. She also stated that GM will produce 1 million electric vehicles by 2025 and take over Tesla. However, in the fourth quarter of 2021, GM delivered only 26 electric vehicles, while Tesla delivered more than 300,000. There was a significant improvement in 2022, and GM sold around 100,000 EVs globally, but it is still nothing compared to the target Mary Barra has set for 2025. Barra recently announced the Voluntary Separation Program, under which the company is offering voluntary buyouts to the majority of U.S. employees. It is unknown how many employees will be laid off, but this will help GM to cut $2 billion in costs over the next 2 years. The netizens are angry with General Motors' decision to reduce the staff, and the criticism is again affecting the reputation of the company. Do you think that the company will be able to achieve the targets set by Mary Barra by 2025, or was it just some marketing gimmick? Only the future will tell us how GM will perform under the leadership of Barra, but it is clear that she needs to show improvement soon. Let me know your views in the comments section and make sure to hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any videos from us in the future.